All right, time now is for our second part of the Money Monday, segment. We're looking at the cost of the college degree and whether or not it's worth your money. We're joined now by David Seeger, who's the president and CEO of the Great Lakes Valley Credit Union. And Dave, before we get into our second part of this segment, we want to take a look at the markets.
And the markets looks like they're going to be opening a little bit lower this morning at 9:30. Some profit taking from the highs of last week. We got the Dow down, S&P is down, and Russell as well as the NASDAQ. Not huge amounts, but just a little bit.
Is the Russell a new index?
No, it's been around a long time.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, they look at some different things as compared to what the S&P does, but very similar.
Gotcha.
All right, now let's get into what we're here to talk about, is whether or not that college degree is worth it. So we looked at some of the other stuff, and now we're talking about websites that can kind of give you some insight into whether or not the place you're going to school can help you benefit.
Exactly. In fact, one website that you'd want to look at if you're interested in looking at what a potential school may do for you is payscale.com. And what they do there, they look at the net cost of a college education. They take out, look at the sticker price, they take out scholarships and things and grants that you may have gotten, and that's what they use for their basis for the cost of the education, and look at the type of jobs that people have been getting, and they do a comparison. Now, they also listed the three, obviously the major four-year schools here in the local area. Lourdes University had a return on investment of 6.50. And Bowling Green State University had a return on investment of 5.60, and the University of Toledo had a return on investment of 6.70.
The higher the number, the better the return?
Yeah, better return.
Okay, so what is it we're talking about for Toledo, for area schools then? Are we doing well, or are we doing just so-so?
Kind of in the middle. To give you some example, the highest return on investment across the country was Harvey-Mudd College. I'm not familiar with it. No. They're at 8.30. Caltech at 8.2. Polytech Institute of New York, 7.6, and MIT has 7.5.
Any idea how Ohio State does?
I did not check.
Okay.
I did not check. But you go on the website and find out.
Right.
But looking at these websites is a lot like you'd say in any investment, to do some research before you really make that investment.
Exactly. And what you want to do potentially then is look at the S&P we had up here a while ago. For example, you might want to look at the return on investment for your college education and compare that to, if I would just invest in the money, what would be the return difference? That's one way of looking at it, just in dollars and cents. Not the other part of education, the personal value that it has, but when you're evaluating in dollars and cents, you want to compare it to something, the ROI you would have with, like, for example, the S&P 500, that'd be one way of a comparison. Determine, is this really worth it?
All right, that's good news. I wish I would have known that information before I went to college. I would have been paying so many student loans probably.